Hi, this is Brandon with Precision Defensive Solutions, and today we're going to talk about self-defense and what self-defense means to you and what most people think self-defense is.
Today we're going to get used to hearing these threats, keeping our cool, and practicing some responses of our own to the most vulnerable areas of a man's anatomy.
Shut up and give me your purse!
I don't know you, that's my purse!
So let's define self-defense. When we look at self-defense, most people will sit there and will go, it's the ability, it's the right to protect ourselves or our loved ones from bodily harm. And you are absolutely correct, 100% absolutely correct. But when we claim self-defense in the court of law, that's different. Now, I'm not going to give you a law lesson on affirmative defense and what that means. If you want to do that, come take our ins and outs of concealed carry class. I dig into that quite significantly. Or if you really are curious about it, reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to have a conversation with you about it. But people don't take their personal safety that serious. And, you know, we look at, these one-time self-defense courses.
Like a lot of beginning students, you attacked me wrong.
There is at least one sheriff's office in this area that is doing a multiple session self-defense course, which I think is a great idea. I think these one-time courses just are horrible ideas. There are self-defense courses that focus on, blocking and kicking and striking. That's fine. That's one element of self-defense. We have to look at all the elements of self-defense. What are the tools in our toolbox? To truly understand self-defense, you can never take a short one-day class and fully understand it, nor the liability that you may have for self-defense. There is no way that you're going to fully understand and be able to apply a lot of techniques that a lot of instructors teach, because honestly, they're way too complex for somebody who's just doing a quick self-defense course. Even in our 12-week course, the techniques I teach are based on one or two concepts that we apply to a lot of different situations, because it builds habit and it builds a no-thought level of competency. So an unconscious competency, so that you do a certain thing and you respond to it a certain way. And we make things as simple as possible. That's another reason I don't teach somebody to actually punch in these self-defense classes, because the risk of injury to the hand and the wrist if you don't punch properly is significant. Just ask any boxer about hitting incorrectly. So we have to understand those things. But we have to also understand the human performance factors of things. We have to look at what are we doing in our everyday lives that we can recognize a threat so that we can perceive it and react quicker to it if something happens. Because regardless, reaction is always slower than action. Okay? And it takes us, you wouldn't really think about much, but it takes us about a quarter of a second to a third of a second to actually react, to recognize that something's happening, and then about another quarter second to react to it, when the actual action is much, much faster. It's almost 50% faster in some cases. So we have to look at those factors, and how do we have to look at prevention, and we have to look at what are we doing, what is the other person doing. We have to look at cues that could be potential threats. That's what self-defense is, folks. We look at this scene from with Jim Carrey from In Living Color.
Line up!
From the early 90s. And Jim Carrey's playing this, karate instructor named Bob. He'd been the former world champion from 1976. And it's a good parody. It's funny. It's one of my favorites. Definitely go look up the whole video, but it's fun. We look at this another scene from King of the Hill, and Bobby, the kid, goes to take a boxing class at the YMCA, but the boxing class is full, and here's this little boy, the middle school age boy, ends up in a women's self-defense class. And that whole episode is amusing because of how it builds up.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
But it puts a poor perception on what true self-defense is. Again, it's entertainment. It's meant to be funny, and it is. Sometimes we just need to sit back and laugh. I mean, we need humor in our lives. We need those things. But when we're talking about real self-defense and what's in the movies, what's in the shows, what Hollywood puts out there is not real. So you need to get out and you need to train, you need to learn, and you need to grow. That's something I do on a regular basis. I have been teaching personal protection now, as this has been filmed, for well over 25 years. I've been training in the martial arts. This is now my 38th year. And as this is being filmed, I am 75% through my third certification course through Force Science Institute. Why? Because I want to understand self-defense deeper and deeper and deeper, and how it applies to real life. And I hope that if you truly take your personal safety serious, if you take your family's personal safety serious, you will go out and you will get good training. And I mean good training. I don't mean the guy that's going out and doing something for beer money. I mean the serious trainer that has a self-defense background, that understands self-defense, that is continuing their education so they can better inform you, so that you can better prepare yourself, so you can better understand things, so you have a better chance of survival. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support. We'll talk to you guys soon. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you get an update every time we post a new video.